Born a slave 2,000 years ago in Turkey, Epictetus was a Greek Stoic philosopher with a complicated life. He lived in Rome until his banishment, when he went to northwestern Greece for the rest of his life. Philosophy, Epictetus taught, is a way of life and not just a theoretical discipline. His ideas have had an impact on people and society for more than 1,000 years after his death. He had many philosophies that were groundbreaking for the time period he lived in, and are still so important today. No matter what you're going through today, these Epictetus quotes will be a source of inspiration to you to be free and take action so that you may live your dreams. They can hopefully change your attitude and mindset about the challenges you're facing. They will help you understand what's truly important to us and how we can find the positives in a negative situation.
Do not try to seem wise to others. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power or our will. Keep silence for the most part, and speak only when you must, and then briefly. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. A ship should not ride on a single anchor, nor life on a single hope. The flourishing life cannot be achieved until we moderate our desires and see how superficial and fleeting they are. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Freedom is the right to live as we wish. Only the educated are free. Take this moment. Immerse yourself in its particulars. Respond to this person, this challenge, this deed. Quit evasions. Stop giving yourself needless trouble. It is time to really live, to fully inhabit the situation you happen to be in now. Don't demand or expect that events happen as you would wish them to. Accept events as they actually happen. That way, peace is possible. Although we can't control which roles are assigned to us, it must be our business to act our given role as best we possibly can, and to refrain from complaining about it. Wherever you find yourself and in whatever circumstances, give an impeccable performance. Remember, it is not enough to be hit or insulted to be harmed, you must believe that you are being harmed. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation, which is why it is essential that we not respond impulsively to impressions. Take a moment before reacting, and you will find it easier to maintain control. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Other people's views and troubles can be contagious. Don't sabotage yourself by unwittingly adopting negative, unproductive attitudes through your associations with others. I laugh at those who think they can damage me. They do not know who I am, they do not know what I think, they cannot even touch the things which are really mine, and with which I live. Authentic happiness is always independent of external conditions. You become what you give your attention to. We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens to us. It is not so much what happens to you as how you think about what happens. Life is short. Prefer honest life to long yet shameful life. You should act without the approval of others. No man is free who is not a master of himself. If you want any good, get it from within. Now is the time to get serious about living your ideals. How long can you afford to put off who you really want to be? Your nobler self cannot wait any longer. Put your principles into practice now. Stop the excuses and the procrastination. This is your life. You aren't a child anymore. The sooner you set yourself to your spiritual program, the happier you will be. The longer you wait, the more you'll be vulnerable to mediocrity and feel filled with shame and regret, because you know you are capable of better. From this instant on, vow to stop disappointing yourself. Separate yourself from the mob. Decide to be extraordinary and do what you need to do now. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. If you would be a reader, read. If a writer, write. It's time to stop being vague. If you wish to be an extraordinary person, if you wish to be wise, then you should explicitly identify the kind of person you aspire to become. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. Be careful whom you associate with. It is human to imitate the habits of those with whom we interact. We inadvertently adopt their interests, their opinions, their values, and their habit of interpreting events. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations no matter what is going on around you. To accuse others for one's own misfortune is a sign of want of education. To accuse oneself shows that one's education has begun. To accuse neither oneself nor others shows that one's education is complete. Man is not worried by real problems, so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better. Books are the training weights of the mind. They are very helpful, but it would be a bad mistake to suppose that one has made progress simply by having internalized their contents. Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. You are a little soul carrying around a corpse. If you desire to be good, begin by believing that you are wicked. Freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire. Be careful to leave your sons well instructed rather than rich, for the hopes of the instructed are better than the wealth of the ignorant. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he is going.